Hey guys, Steve Zelnardo here with Remax West, Zelnardo Associates. Good afternoon. It's Monday, just a little bit late to the punch with the broadcast because we had a home inspection and with our clients that just purchased an amazing property, almost 12 acres in King for a fraction of the price of what the value is going to be in the future. This is a property, you got to think here, let me just put the face follow here. Land in King, you're probably, let's say 10 acres, between $1.7 to $1.8 million just for the land, like vacant parcel. We got a 4,000 square foot house for just over $2 million with the 10 to 12 acres of land. So this is an amazing deal for our clients. This is the future. Not only is their family going to enjoy and grow into this house in this area, and also the fruits of having all this space and do whatever you want, but also the investment sake of it. Because I always say, as a real estate agent, when we're usually buying, it's always about the resale. Because one day you want to flip the property, you want to make sure you get paid for what you put into it, and you can cash out and move the money somewhere else. Even though this is a family residence, this property, I would say the way that they're going to fit and finish this property in the next year and a half, let's say 2 years, probably going to be a $4 to $5 million property all day long. It's got the right location, it's got the right amount of land. The land's got enough character to make it very charismatic. Like when you get into it, it's got super character, and the house bone structure is fantastic. Just needs basically some lipstick and some makeup to get it done. Like my clients want to change the roof lines on it. They want to add some square footage on the above the garage. There's a few things that they're going to do with the property that's just going to knock it out of the park. So congratulations to them on this. Obviously, we're just about to firm it up. We got a few things that came on the inspection that we're going to clear up, and then ultimately that's good. So congrats to them. Talking about the market here, currently in the let's say York Region area, I'll just micro into my neighborhood of Kleinburg. We're starting to see just no inventory at all. Like I'll give you an example. We had 4-bedroom detaches and let's say the Impressions in Kleinburg Hills area, a small part of Kleinburg, New Kleinburg. We're usually having about 10 to 15 detaches that were 4 to 5 bedrooms plus 2,500 plus square footage. Now we have like 1 to 3 units available. And so what's happening now is that we're following the market, basically where all these buyers are coming from, and they're all coming from the 416, where they're chewing up our 905 and 705 area code inventory, and this is what we're seeing right now. And usually, like I always forecast, we're going to dwindle down into inventory coming into November, December to 10 to 12,000 units. But just based on this additional pressure from the 416, people that are escaping out of the city to move into the burbs, they're basically eating up all our inventory. So if you are a seller looking to retire, do something like this, I think it's a great opportunity for you to get it on the market and get you flipped and get you moved out, because we have the buyers currently, which is fantastic. Until we don't know, this is the first time I've got to say in my career I can't forecast the future, because there's so much uncertainty in the market currently right now with the coronavirus and all the other stuff. The world's on fire currently, so we don't know. So we're basically playing it day by day. The only advice I can give to you as a seller is basically, if you're selling in today's market, you need to be buying in it, and you need to be in the same, let's say, market. Don't be purchasing new construction and sitting tight and hedging on the market, because now you're putting your bucks into something that can never produce. So ultimately, I would just, if you're buying, make sure you're selling the same, or if you're selling, make sure you're buying the same market. That's a word of advice. Talking about a property we just sold in Toronto currently, there's a lot of misconception with selling a property. Some of the neighbors tell you need to have the neighborhood specialist, and it's a huge misconception, because a neighborhood specialist is basically the house cat, the fat cat that gets fed. He never has to hunt, and he never has to use great imagination to get things done, because they're never tested, because they get listings automatically because they're brand name in the area, so they just get fed properties. They never have to really work as diligent as, say, someone like myself. We're based in Kleinburg, but we'll work all the way downtown by the lake, and we'll go all the way to Blue Mountain, then we'll go to Pickering, we'll go all the way past Georgetown. Like we got a pretty wide range of areas that we can work and produce sales in. And so that's a misconception. You're basically hiring a house cat rather than a lion or a tiger, someone that's got to hunt and produce. So I'll give you an example. We just sold a house over the weekend in Toronto in the Elderwood community. Funny enough, the house that I listed is on the same street that I sold, let's say 2 years ago. There was a house that got listed on the same street that I listed on, or we listed on rather. And that house was my same clients that custom built that house. And I sold that house 2 years ago for our clients in a bidding war again. It was top dollar. Market flattened out in 2017. We got on the market. It was listed with another agent, couldn't get it done. I took the property over, listed and sold it. So the same thing with this property. So we go to market, we're competing against the same property that my client built 2 years ago and that I sold 2 years ago. And so now it's nerve-wracking because they hit the market a week prior to us, so we don't know what they're going to list at. But anyway, we didn't focus on them. We just went live a week later. We priced it $100,000 more than what they're asking. And again, these are all the same houses. They're all 25-foot lots, 22 to 2,300 square foot, 3-bedroom, 4-bathroom, detaches. They're all the same. You can't do much with these products. But we listed 100K over, and what we did is we used a little bit of our imagination. Again, house cat versus the tiger lion. We basically, instead of having the front photo, and it's just an easy, like it's just logic. You don't use the front photo of a 25-foot detached property. Why? Because there's 15 or 20 of them in this particular area that look all the same. Doesn't matter what materials you use on the exterior of it, it's always going to be that one big window, that one door, and that one car garage. That's it. That's the facade of that property. The roof line never changes. You can't do anything really extreme on it. So they all look very similar. They're very slender and tall buildings. So what we did is we just chose our unique feature, rather. So instead of having the exterior photo like the rest of the 15 that are on the market, we just chose the first photo having the entranceway with the most unique feature, which was the floating staircase that we were able to view from the front foyer all the way to the back of the house, right through the stairs, which was cool, unique. If you're in a 25-footer, which is probably 18-foot wide living space on the interior, this is huge because now the whole house is fluid. Plus there was a separate family room disconnected from the rest of the kitchen area. So what we did there is we just focused on that. And you know, if you're in tune with what's happening in today's market with buyers, is if you think Instagram, never mind Facebook, but Instagram, flip. It's this instant dopamine of different photos that you're looking at or things you're looking at. So we need to make sure we capture our audience attention, and that's by putting something unique. So if you're in the area and you see $1.6 million a list price and you see this unique feature, which is this floating staircase, it might look like a $3 million house. So we had a lot of traffic stop on our listing, flip. We had about 10 to 12 showings in the first 3 days versus the house that was listed by the local Toronto agent had 0 showings. And then we sell over the weekend and my clients firm up by last Friday, which is awesome. So we sell for 100% of asking. And the other product that's on the market that I sold 2 years ago, listed with a Toronto agent, is still on the market. This is why I just want to mention that it is a misconception when you're dealing with your local neighborhood expert. Like, what does that mean? If you're not an expert in real estate, you shouldn't be in the business, to be honest. So that's it. Just today's rant. Have an amazing day, guys. A little bit longer than usual. Maybe we'll break it up into segments, but all good. Have an amazing day. We'll talk soon. Ciao.